Hi, my name is Josie Proto, and you are watching The Music Enthusiast.
Hi, I'm Sarah from the Music Enthusiast blog, and today I'm here with Josie Proto. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's lunchtime here. I know there's a time difference.
Yeah, so it's 6 p.m. here.
Oh, cool. We've been following your musical journey for a while now, so uh, you've gained like a big following since. Do you have any advice for like people starting out in the music industry?
Um, the one thing that I've like said is just like be really authentic and normal. People are liking that more and more these days. I mean, it's really difficult to find normal people online. I feel like every time I scroll, I'm seeing people that are like almost faking their lives. So be authentic and release stuff and post things that you genuinely believe in, and then sometimes people like that and jump on the bandwagon. And the other thing is know your social medias, know your algorithms and how things work. The amount of like seminars and lectures I've been to about social media to try and understand how it works. um but yeah, no, definitely those things.
And like over time, people like to see new people, like new things. So it's great overall. What are your goals as an artist this year?
This year, I'm desperate to do at least one gig. I'm so desperate to do a gig. um Obviously with COVID it's a bit of a nightmare at the moment, but I think my goals this year are just to release more music, maybe do at least one gig and make more music videos and just keep going. I mean, I'm just really enjoying what's happening so far. So, yeah.
Have you ever tried doing like a virtual show yet?
I did a couple of live gigs at the start of like the COVID stuff during the summer when it was like sunny outside and like I could film outside and things like that. That was great fun. But then as soon as it started to get dark outside or dark in the evenings, without natural light, unless you have big expensive setups, it's difficult to get nice lighting inside. Um, and yeah, so I guess I do want to do more live streams, but I've got to wait until there's a bit better sun and some nicer vibes going on. At the moment no one wants to see me sat freezing in my garden.
Have you heard your sound like evolve in between pub songs and your most recent project?
Definitely. I mean, Pub Songs Volume 1 was like was some of the songs in there are like 4 years old. So some of them I wrote when I was 16, and then some of them were slightly newer. So Burner was newer, but most of them, I mean, Sliced Bread, Three Words, Champagne Fizzles, they were all pretty much 3 to 4 years old when that was released. And then obviously it's been like almost, I mean, I think it must be about 6 to 8 months since I released that. So now I've got this new EP out, and I mean, even then, Pub Songs Volume 1. I mean, I probably finished making those tracks in February last year, so it's been a year since I started that project. And so the latest EP is definitely a world away from Pub Songs Volume 1. I think you can tell just by like the production on some of the tracks, and also like you can feel that there's like more of a knowledge, I think, in my newer one, because I think my first EP feels very like naive, which is a good thing. I love the fact that I get to release music because I started releasing like so young. I get to release music as I learn and like get better. So people who are like following my music get to get in, they enjoy seeing the stuff that I wrote when I was 16, and then the stuff that I'm writing now, and then hopefully the stuff that I'm going to be writing in 5 years time.
Yeah. Um, Speaking of your newest project, oh, what a god awful stupid idea. Where did that title come from?
So it's a lyric from the latest, from the last release that we did with the EP. So Terrible Idea came out with the EP. That's the last song on the EP. No, the first song on the EP, but the last one we released. And in the middle eight it goes, oh, what a horrible idea, or a terrible idea, or what a god awful stupid idea was this. And that sort of, when we were toying with ideas for the name, I was struggling to come up with something that felt like it encompassed the whole EP. So I was playing through the songs, and when I got to that lyric, I was like, do you know what? I think that sounds probably like me. the most. It's probably the most Josie thing that could have come out of my mouth. So I was like, I think that's a good title.
So did the lyric come first? Did the song come first, or what came first?
I actually wrote that song. I only wrote the first verse and the chorus of that song about a couple of years ago, and then I finished it like last year, and I kind of hadn't like gone back to it for a while, and so that came in the second time that I like sort of when I went back to the song, and then I finished that song, and then I came up with the title for the EP.
What's your favorite track off of the record? It's usually a hard one, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a hard one. I think Kids TV. I think it's Kids TV. I really enjoy that song. I love it. I love playing it. I love like how it came out and I love the context behind it. I love that it's like, it says everything that I mean. It's one of those songs where I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't waste a lyric there. That's what I mean.
I totally agree with that. It's really, really good. Which one took the longest to make?
That's a good question, actually. Terrible Idea was really quick. I remember that one being really, really quick. Kids TV took a long time because the guy that I wrote it with, Ben and I, when we worked together, were perfectionists. So we just bounce things back constantly because we want to get it bang on. But to write it, it only took a day. So I Bet You Fall Apart is probably the longest one and has gone through the most transformations, because that's gone through like 3 versions. And so did Puddles, actually. Oh God, they're all of them.
And I love how funny like and clever you are with your lyrics. So like, how do you come up with all of those?
Thank you very much. That's a really nice thing to say. It genuinely, I think, just is falling from my brain. I know it sounds really strange, but like I think it's quite like clear. Like when people speak to me, they always, the one comment that I always get when I meet people for the first time, they always say, oh my God, you sound how you do in your songs. Like you talk how you do in your songs. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I write them. But I think we're so used to like hearing songs on the radio where people are like using metaphors and like, complex ideas, or have like really beautiful descriptive ways of writing, which is like amazing, and I absolutely love songs like that. But I think the way that I write songs is sort of just like falling from my brain, so they, I think people get like taken aback when they realize that actually it literally has just come straight out of my mouth.
So does it take like a while to write a song, or does it really take like a snap of a finger because it all comes from one?
So sometimes, like I do a lot of sessions where we do like one day and then we write the song in a day, and then usually we'll go back on it and rewrite it and change it and stuff, and it probably would take like 4 days in total to get to the final product. But writing wise, sometimes songs literally fall out in an hour, and then other songs take, like I said, Terrible Idea I wrote over the course of like a couple of years. But Puddles I wrote in a morning. I wrote that at like 5:30 in the morning, the day that I went to go into the studio to record the rest of the EP. And I because I just decided I didn't like the lyrics to the original one of Puddles, so I rewrote it in the morning at 5:30, and it took me 45 minutes to write it. And jumped on the train and went and recorded it that day. So sometimes it just sort of happens, and you just like, because it's just so, sometimes it's so easy to explain what you're trying to say, and other times when it's a bit harder it takes longer. So like for Kids TV, I think it took longer because it's a complicated idea that we were trying to put across, whereas Puddles is so easy, it's just straightforward, it's just, I'm bored of being an adult.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Last question. Our music website focuses on up and coming artists, so do you have any favorites that you want to give a shout out to?
Definitely. So let me think. I absolutely love Katie Kittermaster. I've written with her a couple of times. She's got some fantastic songs I absolutely adore. I used to literally listen to T-Shirt on repeat, and then I got to work with her, which was totally like insane. So definitely definitely Katie Kittermaster. I think she's got a lot going on. Yeah, I think she's really cool.
Awesome. So you can listen to Josie's new album, Oh What a Godawful Stupid Idea, on all streaming platforms. This is Josie Proto. I'm Sarah from The Music Enthusiast. See you next time.
Thank you so much.